Well, hello everybody. I'm back again. I've been spreading manure. We had pretty good rain last night, and I just spread it out what little I had left of them in the spreader from last night onto some pastures. Too wet to get back in the meadows. I don't like too much having it all spread anyway. We had a eventful weekend with President Trump trying to be assassinated again, and had good news out of Virginia with the judge uh, stopping the certification. At least we do have a judge, and it goes by the Virginia Constitution. And had some more good news out of the Supreme Court. Jay Jones tried to stay it and have it certified, and the Supreme Court rejected out of Virginia, so that's good news. But people, I'm gonna tell you, we we're in so much trouble in this country. We are. All I can say is we have an enemy within our country, and it is the Communist Democratic Party. They, like Iran, has got proxies all over the world with Hamas, the Houthis, the ones in Africa, all over. Well, the Democratic Communist Party now, you old Democrats up in your 70s and 80s, your party has left you. It's not the old Democratic Party. They've morphed into a communist, socialist party. And their proxies now are Islamists and the Democratic Socialist Party of America. I made a video, I don't know, a few months ago about University of Virginia professors are having a conference, and it was taped, and they was openly talking about how they could radicalize, how they could train revolutionaries to take over this country, how they should be able to train them in weaponry, and it was an open forum, and they wasn't condemned, they wasn't thrown out of college, they wasn't stripped of their tenure, they were allowed to teach today. They've radicalized a whole generation that's been to college. And you have podcasters who have sold their soul for the mighty dollar, who took foreign money to get out and try to split conservative people down the middle. You have podcasters who claim they had a great awakening, they've changed, that they didn't vote. I didn't vote for this. I voted for him to do everything, and he just did one thing. He's just one man. It has to go through Congress. It has to go through the Senate. He can propose all things. He can just do so much with executive orders, and when his time is over, so is those executive orders. So it's up to Congress and the Senate. I mean, people have no common sense more. I don't understand it. You see these newscasters on TV. You know, if that guy had got in that room with that shotgun, with that double aught buck, they was a target too to get to who he wanted to, and they're so smug and arrogant. And these congressmen and senators have doubled down on their rhetoric. The truth is, they want to see President Trump killed. They think that will solve their problem. They think they can take over that way. You know, as I watched the results of the redistricting here in Virginia, it was no, right up until the last minute in Fairfax County, till they had a major mail-in voter dump, and suddenly they won. But the mail-in ballot should be done away with. It's nothing but a way to cheat. The Democratic Party, or the Communist Democratic Party, has figured it out. They figured it out under COVID. And they'll continue to cheat until Congress or to the Senate gets off their ass and passes the SAVE Act. You know, if you think about it, people, if you're a Christian conservative or conservative, uh, not only is President Trump a target, so on you. When you openly see all these people online, including Hillary Clinton, come out and say when President Trump is gone, then all mega anybody that voted for Trump needs to be rounded up and put in the re-education camp. They mean it. This is real. This ain't more about, you know, I don't support this candidate. These people are hell bent on taking over this country and turning this into a socialist nation with the rise of Madami, which is turning New York into a shithole. All these blue states in these cities are turning into shitholes, and the same thing is going to happen right up there in Richmond, Virginia. It's going to be an even bigger shithole than what it is right now. She run on affordability. Got into office and went plumb the other way, went communist. And I don't understand how people could even voted for that redistricting after what the Democrats done with all the tax laws that they proposed. You know, the stuff she's already signed. Your electric bill is going to go up because you put us back in the global warming junk, the carbon junk, which your electric bill is going to go up. People are so stupid. They got no common sense. They vote for the D. It's a D or R. People, when are you going to vote for you, for your family? You know, right now the conservatives are for the people. I mean, you've got a clear choice. It's either low taxes, freedom, or be ruled by the Communist Democratic Party. Told when to get up, told where to live, told what to eat, tell you where you can work, tell you what you can drive, and on and on and on and on. You know, I was watching earlier this morning about California, where these gangs now are robbing houses, and they've made their way into the Hollywood Hills. And they robbed this one couple up there, rich, and she said, "Oh, they interviewed." And she said, "Well, it's just happening all over." And then they interviewed a mom and pop's restaurant who'd been in existence since 1960s. They had come to America to start a new life, done it the right way. They started their business, and now getting ready to retire, they had their money home in cash in a lockbox. Well, they broke in and stole their life savings. And the lady's husband has had a nervous breakdown because he's worked his whole life in that mom and pop restaurant and was getting ready to retire. And all their savings is gone. And their business is shut down because they've got no money to operate. And those rich people are like, well, it's just happened all over. It's okay. Well, why don't they take those old illegals in their houses and take care of it instead of us taxpayers? No. It's rule for thee and not for me. We have a clear choice coming up midterms, and you best make the right choice and vote for a Republican if you have to hold your nose to do it. I mean, we've got some thinning out to do in our party. Well, it's not our party. I don't consider myself a Republican. I'm a conservative, Christian conservative. I vote with the Republicans. But them rhinos has got to be weeded out and primaried and took out. You know, we can no longer sit back and let them destroy this country. they're using their proxies to destroy this country. The Southern law, there was a Southern law of poverty was supposed to be for helping racism and fighting racism and all this junk. What was they doing? They couldn't come up enough racism, so they was a hiring racists to cause trouble. Big money, millions of dollars. Ku Klux Klan, the Aryan Nation, all these black job organizations that was about faded out in this country, and they decided to fund them so they could holler racism. They put Charlie Kirk on their list. Shortly after that, he was assassinated. Proxies. That's the Democrats' proxy. They're using proxies, NGOs. They're shipping it in here from other countries, fighting young age men when Biden was selected and put in there. That was their goal. Their goal is to take over this country and turn it into a socialist nation, and you better freaking wake up, people. And you know, I hear somebody that I've been watching for a long time the other day, got about 600,000 subscribers. Come on there and say again, we know how it ends. The Bible tells us how it ends. That way we don't have to worry going with your life. But what about your children and grandchildren's life? We don't know what day the earth's going to end. God give no date. It could be tomorrow. It could be 1,000 years. Won't you think about your children and grandchildren? What they're going to have to live through when you're gone. Don't you think you ought to stand up now and fight for the right reasons? You know, you can vote your way in this socialism stuff, people, but you'll be fighting your way out if they don't strip us of our weapons. The Second Amendment has never been more important than it is today. So, you know, I know this isn't too good a video, but it's what I had on my heart today. And people, I'm telling you right now, talk to your kids, your grandkids. What history they're learning is junk. You got teachers. You know, a teacher tried to assassinate, and had another transgender teacher just the other day. They caught before he, dressed up like a woman, he was going to do a mass shooting. They caught the ignorant thing. The danger is real. The enemy within is what we have to watch for. That's what we're going to have to take control of this country. And the only way to take control of it, we're going to have to try to vote our way out. If that don't work, that's why the Second Amendment is there. The more they push, they want a war, people. They want a civil war. And sooner or later, they're going to do something that all hell's going to break out in this country. I didn't think I'd see it in my lifetime, but I think I might live to see it. If you made it this far, tell me what you think about the enemy within, what you see. Good Lord will, and I'll see you next time, and God bless each and every one of you. And remember, stand up for your country and support President Trump. We have to have his back so we can get this country straightened back out. We just got 3 years, people. God bless you. You guys have a great day.